Hey guys, morning. Alright, we had a failure last night at the 71. We got stopped out. We didn't get into a trade. What we did get into was the oil trade. We waited for the zoo number and got short at 60. Took out our profit. Looking for the roll back to that 15 in the area there. I just popped that 10 points. I'm looking for the 15 test for that
Order
test
filled.
at 15 right there. We'll take 20 as is. We just bought the market at 20 on the market execution.
Order filled.
Oops, double clicked. Yeah, this is demo. So looking for the value area low. How we came up with that was swing low to swing high, value area, value play. We got short at the 60s, got out right at 20s. So we're looking for the reversion now. If it does come, I'm looking for value area low to hold on the composite side. Now the composite side is last swing low to swing high. If I go to a 1 hour chart, you would see what I'm looking at. So what we have is, see this node here at 15. Looking at that 15 node here, we just got filled at 20. We took our 20s, close the market open. We know where the 15 was. We know where we were looking at the area to be inflective, and we're looking for the push to the upside. Now you can see where we have our limitations at. Last night we were looking for the 60 area to be inflective. This morning we're looking for this 15 to 25 to be inflective. So we want to check the inflections on the market. So it's swing low to swing high, value area, volume area, point of control. 5 points before point of control is the exit minimum. So that's why we have structure here at 50. We're looking at, we got in at 20 on our working order, and we are 35, so we are 26 on average entry with stops beyond the 50 flat. We have 1590 as our stops and 20 as our entry on the secondaries, which is the primary trade we're looking at. The primary push we're looking at on the open of the market. If it does fail, we know that's failure point. Beyond 51s is failure. So we're just looking for the pop to the upside. We're gonna let the runner hold to 80. So our definite target, since we don't have the entry, we just move the stops to show you guys exactly what the trade is. Put this to a 5-minute chart. Right. So we know 15 was, you can see where the value area low is here. Let's look at pull this to the exact number. Right, exact number is, oh come on, technology. You can see where the 16, 18 is. We took the 20 is kickoff level. To be exact, our data is showing us 17. Looking for the pop to the higher side just for the mechanical trade. Mechanical trade is entered 20, stops at 90, TP1 at 50, and TP2 will be managing. We're looking to probably get out at the 80 level, 60 to 80 level. So we just want to make sure we close off this trade early. Alright, we 5 minutes away from the open. I do have a primary single contract sell here. It's reflected as 2 contracts because I'm lazy, and we have a buy at 54s. So the primary is for that 70 to 75. We were looking for B support last night. We could have gotten right here, but we didn't get in the market. Market was closed. Market was open right here in London. We were more inflective on the oil, so we loaded up the oil with a certain amount of risk. The expectation is for at least a test of the 71 this morning and the continuation to the downside. If it does go up, make sure your stops, our entries are at 75, 74 to 75. If you do see the pop this morning in the market, if you have any questions, I do have the chat pop out here. So if you have questions on how we look at the market and what it is, got a pretty good execution on oil. In my opinion, you could always turn with the opening of the market. We have the active. Oops. Nope, don't do that. With the active on the market on the oil, got a pretty nice entry. Wait for the test, bounce, retest, push to the upside. We know where our stops are located, where we want to be exactly out in the market. You can see the inflection point here. Want to see that pop to the upside, test at 50, and if it does pull back, I will be at break even on the secondaries. So if first TP closes off, roll stops the at 10, you will leave 10, takes a risk to the downside in case we get another retest of the low low on the trade. So we were down 2% overnight, so expectation was for a bounce on the oil. More interested in the oil. The oil shows a little more structure, a little more strength on our type of trading. Our type of trading is flexible trading, position trading in the market. Always try to position trade in the market. Make sure you know where you enter and where you exited in the trade. If it goes against you, well, it goes against you. Plus we already banked some profits on the oil this morning. We got 35 points. Pre-market open, and guess where the low was? What's here? What's the low on the open market candle? You see the opening here at 20, but the low was value area low, so value area and push to the upside. If you scalp, you only have 5 points of risk. Victories, easy victory. Take your money and run. There's always a reason for that. This is reflecting a 2 contract entry here. We do have a 2 contract entry on it, just with our stops a bit tighter than normal. Just want to see if we get that 75. We want to see what the 10 AM trade or the opening trade becomes. We want to see this. We want to see pylon 70 to 71 is a valid entry on this if you're going short. Because we're looking at the inflection point right here, and that number does not come from the sky, that does come from here. Numbers don't follow the sky, people. 70.75. Want to see if we have bears in the market or bulls. So this is Irish trade. If you're trading less contracts and wider stops will be more applicable. So you're looking at that 71 to 75 area is a kill zone to go short now instead of long. Identify that. Average entry is 71, 73. 73 is, yeah. Market is open. Wait for it. See how the market reacts. You can see delta, delta, delta. Looking at the delta number here, showing the delta number there. Yeah, 1600 positive. Market is not reacting as yet. Oil looks pretty good. There's the push on oil.
Order
51
filled.
filled at 50. Well done, well done. Roll stops. 250.10.
Order filled.
Got filled on the ES shorts. Now you're being productive. 5160 would be partial inflection. We're looking to ride it up today. You can see why we have the 80. The 80 is our TP. You want to see if we have inflection, if it does dip outside here. Got filled on the 71s. Want to see what how the reaction in the market is. Very positive so far, so we know we might be in trouble here. We'll be backing it up with a 75. The 73 is your limit order. And there is a reason we want to get into that 75. 75 is our kill zone. 71 is the pivot point. 73 is the kill zone. Let's pull the 53s here for the wires so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Now this is what we're looking at. Deviation, popped up, side, test, and then continuation down is the trade idea. Now it's a trade idea, and the reason we have 75 is point of control. If it does push up the point of control, we definitely want to be short in this market. Alright, 60 posing the challenge. Let's see if we have bulls or bears in the oil market. We at VWAP, we at 60. Logical exit if you happen to exit at 50 as yet. So we short on the ES, long on oil. Got out of the oil, or single on the oil so far. If it does have bulls following through here, we know we long here. We want to be proactively short on this side. Now this is our opening trade. More than likely, if you see this by 10 a.m., you're looking for that flip on either side. So we just want to be proactively short at 71s and 75s, so we'll get an average entry of 73s. 73 is the average kill point entry. And here's a test of 60. 60 you should be exiting your single contract feed because you're testing your London Open. I got short on the zoo right here at 60, took out the 30s right here. Reason is that zoo number did not look good. Bam, 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 bam. Go to Forex News. Alright, so you can see the zoo number came in way below Canadian manufacturing, came a little bit short this morning, and average earnings dropped on. So you can see this 5 a.m. 5 a.m. was my trigger time. Labeled more or less, labeled it in on the trade plan. We failed on the 72 buys on the ES, so that's why we was waiting for that particular time. And you can see at right there. You will see the news. Wanted to be short at 60. We will mention a 60 to 80 number. Got short right here at 60 and wait for the buy low. Got out right here. So pretty good trade on both sides on the oil today. Was looking for the point of control, logic point of control to feel. Logic point of control was right here at 63. If I do draw a line, you may see something very funny about that. If you do draw a line from here to here, you would have seen pew, no pain trade on both sides this morning. Well, overnight into this morning on oil. You want to see we pile up to the upside. I'm looking for the ES to struggle at that 71 to 75 level, and then decision will be made on it. 51.80 is a number that we're looking for all week last week. We were playing off of that number, so that is our exit there. If we do see the market start to come back, if it does not hold this level here at 60 might be a tango at 10 a.m. Let's see what the ES, if the ES starts to fail from the 73s. So we're looking for a failure from the 73s, looking for that volume to start to increase. We should be getting the failure point of control. We need a point of control to shift primary targets, secondary targets should be in. Want to see that opening range fail to the downside. What was that? Make sure that right to show you guys clearly of what we're looking at. There's your opening range right there, so failure points and stuff. Be looking very closely at it. If we're clipping, just clip back to the test. I'm not clipping, I'm looking for full range back down to the test at 60. I want to make sure oil is looking pretty well. If there's your opening range trade there, okay, we'll be talking about opening range. Go to your 1 minute chart. 1 minute chart at 30. This is your opening range here. Bang bang, look for the body. If you're looking for support, there's your support. But we're not looking for support, we're looking for resistance at this 73. Guess where it hit? 73. And we're looking for the order flow to come down on this side. We want to see the delta flip to the downside, or if it is positive delta right here, you see positive delta, bulls try to break through, failure, delta eased off. Again, you have minor positive delta now, which gives us a little bit of confidence. We need to see this break of the 68 level here, a clear break by 10 a.m. for us, otherwise we may think of pulling one of the contracts off on the trade. Clippity clip, snippity snip. I do need to go and get some coffee, so I'll leave this running. I'll just probably mute the mic. want to see that whole by 10 a.m. Getting a little bit of feedback on profile. Not too worried as yet. Each on 1 minute. That should be 5 minutes for execution. Average entry to be 73s. We did get the opening range. But a reasonable trade, just don't trust it where the market located. What the risk is. You can see less delta and more downside. I'll be pulling the ES in a while. Oh, come on. Let's see what the after profile is for today. So I'll be able easier to make my decision using the after profile. My after profile should be right here. Was the open? Volume profile that. Why don't you like me today? This is the market open here. Pull the after profile on. Make sure. Wonder why those 2-pointer controls sitting right there next to one another. This ball. Want to see that 60 level hole above VWAP. The exit is at 80 for the secondaries. Always try to let your winners ride. If you do see opposition, stay, then click off. Ding 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 ding. Go to your 5-minute chat back. Have a close look at where that node is. There's your low volume node right there. Pitapat, pitapat, pitapat. Didn't quite get my ad filled in time. Remain with that 2 contract active on the primary. buy on the J contract today. Watch my active delta histogram right there. Decision time. Yeah. Doom, 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 doom. Pointer control flips. Fill the active void. Let's get greedy today. Roll my stops. Up. Guarantee myself some profits. I'll take. $15 ticks. Adjust my live. Alright, my live adjusted. Boom, 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 boom. There is some short-term correlation going on between the ESR and oil, which is expected on a Monday. Monday's correlation is about 70%. Get to be stuck in the zone. Together, pull that. Ugh, I hate. $71 is pivotal. That's where my secondary entries are. Bam, 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 bam. Do 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 do. See what's oil when up to 5 minutes. Check to see if there's 60 holes. It looks pretty good so far, so that is the reason for holding it. Want to see breakout pointer control. Want to see 60 hold through 10 a.m. to 10:15 and continuation after. But we see continuation after I have structure low as must stop, and then deal with it. When you see any market moving like this, it's stacking. What the market does is hunt for value, always hunting for value. Balance. The idea was based on we think oil cheap at $51 using the mechanics of the market, use the value area, execute. If it's a time entry guy, get your time entry on the ES right 3 minutes prior to. It's raining. What the hell? Why is it raining? So we have between 80 and 90 years TP. We have a kill zone. We want to see if we can break through the 80, go straight up to that 90. To see why we're looking at that 90. Inflection, inflection, inflection. Always let your runners win. Run. And rotate your stops accordingly. Dun, 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 dun. One minute at 10. It's 10 a.m. We are above 60. Let it run. Monitor what happens at 80 and do active close if necessary. You see you're looking for more delta on the buy side. There's a pop up to the 80. See what the reaction is. If it is rejected or if we have bulls in control. Looks like we have bulls in control. Maybe. Delta to the upside. Contracts whittling down a bit. The 80 proven. A little tougher to break through. Looking at more order above comma order flow. Right, pull, reset, 80. There's the target. Don't need to be in this for too long. Just got filled on my live. Live exit was at 80. Don't want to be too greedy this morning. Take my extra 20 pips and evacuate the area. Hence, what we looking at? Why we looking at that? Delta build and the market reaction. Don't need to be greedy.
Order filled.
Well traded. Say bye bye to oil today. Bye bye oil. Well done. Concentration time. Yes, it's tangled right at that 73, 74 level. We have two active contracts on the 71. We're looking for that 75 for the fill to dominate the fill. We have series that take profits if the 75 does fill. We know what we're looking for is up in the market. We already achieved big goals on the oil right there. That's what we were looking for. We take what the market offers. We don't need to let a lot of stuff run here. If it does go up, good for the market. Just looking back at the market and looking at what we're looking at active wise. 5220 is our point we may look at if it does reach up to value area high. We're looking at this 52 here, right there, as probable inflection. So we'll monitor the market there to see if we get inflection there or the 80. Probability of, so we got entire percent of the market, which is good, very good for us. We don't want to be Russians in this market. That 5220 is pivotal for us on the active profile. So we do have a short right here at 5220 with stops above. You can see why we have 5220, range high, range low. We already got what we required from the market, playing the range. 5180 is your possible sell point. Don't want to be in the market here, still seeing bulls in the market. We do have a 5220 sitting outside, and we were trying to get this 70 sell off. We in a market already, so 71, sorry, the sell off as pivot. We're looking for this to be our lock node based on here, right there in your kill zone. If you had your 10 AM entry, you should be good. Use this value area right here, which is 73s, and you can see what value brings. See where that value area is located, where we just hit, where the expectation is for the dip to come through. That is why we were looking at averaging. We had an aggressive entry and a conservative entry, looking for a total of 4 contracts. The expectation is, minimum expectation is for the break of the opening range, jump back down to the 65s area, value area low 66, 65s. You can see what we're looking for right here on this side of the market. If it doesn't go away, We know what it is. We know this area is inflective. So kill zones, monetary kill zone. We have a big fight here. Delta is very, very low. Fight in the market to see if there are bulls or bears in the market. Yeah. The expectation, we have a lot of liquidity sitting at that 75. That is options contract in the market. At best, if you're in 75s, your stop should be beyond 80, which is the opening range high from last night. And you can see we're using the 71s as the pivot. So if it does pick up support, trade failure point is 79. So when you see market going like this, it's very dangerous. You can see small delta, small on both sides. So your delta shows here what the location is. Well, trades how much contract trade on either side. It's a pop open on the high. A lot of contract kicking off here. Reaction was not that heavy. We got retest right here of the kickoff level. And then they tried to push more reaction to the downside on the delta. Down to the upside. You can see initial delta back to the downside. So that is give us a clue to which side of the market we want to be on. Patience is required. Yeah, was it kicked it in 89? Got 89, not 90. I can bet you that. What was it? So far? 89. Oh, 50 to 20 is the target entry on the short side. And one stops to be beyond 50s. Come on, yes, give me a secondary fill. And then dip, please. If you do break out, I guess, may I'll try. Which contracts we have on a Monday morning so far? Contracts. 600, not that bad. Oil was pretty active. Looking for that kiss on that trade. I have a lot of options sitting at that 75. With a signal, I have one or two things. They will just collide and then go to the downside or burst through. Trade on inflection points only. Pretty much sad. Let's see if there's any late news coming in the market. News. Oh, the Tweety Trump. Yeah, whatever. Time to be aggressive in this market. That's a sell point right there.
Order filled.
Let's took a single sell off the 80. 77, 76 I got filled out, sorry. The stops are at 52. Looking for that morning flip. Pull the 20s. You want to risk as little as possible here. But just up there on the active side. You can see weakening in the market. So the traders look for the action right there at the 90. Look for that dip. Looking for that burst and go down. We have 2 contracts running. Looking to be short. Bam, bam, bam. The struggle is here. Want to see that particular point hit. That is an inflection. Possible inflection point. So volume build. I got filled at 76 on the live. I had my alert set up. I wanted to see if we could get in a 2 there. High risk maneuver though, because if these empty holes be in trouble. Look at the time, look at the entry, look at fading back the market right here. Looking for this 50 again as your exit. May just pull it and take small losses on it based on what we see. If we see break at the 90, we know we possibly wrong. We'll take that 15 to 15 pips off the market. That I still build. As I break this 90, want to exit. I do have my 2 hands busy right now. Any break of this 95 would signal failure of the trade. I have to monitor that pretty closely. It's what we call a scalpy trade. Once you get more than 1 to 1 off, right? First executive is always 1 to 1. Secondaries. Easy solve collisions in the market, so that's why we entered the trade there. Was trying to be a little bit quicker, but that is executing live just cause that. Even if I lose this trade run, that full exit there still be up a solid 2 grand on oil today on the live. So was a 6 600 run, yes, so far from the overnight. Primary exit would be in the 60 range. We're exiting there, looking for a 15 ticks 1 to 1. Skip and let the secondary run if it is successful. Looking for keep up the guide here on the exit. Sorry. Yes, it's playing a dance. So month and years on next monitor. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Want to see that delta del idea. There's a 10 AM entry delta del push down and true. Again, 70 is your pivot in this market. In decision time. Ooh. Pretty sleepy. The oil popping up. Still within range. Seeing collisions, balanced collision though. There's a fight on. I want to see that delta drop. Cling, 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 cling. Pitter pat, pitter pat, pitter pat. Time to use some risk in the market. Pulling one of the 71s off at break even. Reduce risk in the market always. If the trade does not push in your direction quickly, always pull down risk and then manage through. I'll be removing 1 on the CL. Don't want to stress ourselves out. Doji, doji, doji. That is a half an hour doji. Nope, nope, no. That's not what we wanted to see. We wanted to see quick and heavy delta. Yeah, a lot of absorption. Bam, 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 bam. Now you can do what it wants at this point. You can do anywhere. Reason we just go +1 tick is because our actual entry is at 76 active. Actually, it's 75. Oh. Too sleepy today, but need more coffee.
Order filled.
Right. Exited one of the ES from the 71s. It's be looking for the test right there at 64. Very carefully go down that much now. Sat too long in the trade, 25 minutes. Market didn't go anywhere. No break, no high, no break low. Have a single run in, always manage your risk. Look for your failure points, that's where you want to actually have the target set up. There's a 7 point of reward there. That's where the opening range was, what where London open was, guess where London open was, right there. That's why we picked that. We reduced
Order filled.
What? What the hell just not happened there? Why just not pop the downside? No. Where? What? No. Oh, the way it goes off. What is this way? Why is this like somebody gone crappy on this thing or why? What the hell? I don't know. I just crap. Don't know what the hell that is. This clicking on this shit is viewers. I know my active entry is only minus 400 active. The various started to activate. You want to see that break at 68, you want to see that 64 come into play. I didn't want to hold out 20 minutes of pain. Don't need to have pain this morning. Had reasonable victory there. And guess where we're looking for targets. Want to see clean break at 60 to the downside. If you do see 60, we just use this scalp. Looking at 45, 40 to 45s kick-off level to the downside. This market could have flipped and go anywhere. It could have gone up to that 90, come down. Perfect execution there without speed sell about 80. 177. Not too far. You can see where we looking way up here. The instructor. We yeah, so if we had this episode not the 90, we'd have been like, what? No, no, no. See a pointer control flipping. Flippity flip, flippity flip. General risk reduction. 15 ticks. 9 is actually set at 91 because my entry was at 76. My exit is at 46 now. Active management. And you have one contract on, so you're looking for net positive RR on your on singles. If you're on doubles, you look for net 1 to 1 first. Rolling stops. Like the clear break. Stops at 76. Targeting 64s. You want to see that clear break at that open range at 68. Right here. Want to see that clear break at 68. Build that delta. Hard work and patience. Structure play might offer a push down to 54 today. Have a buy session at 54. That's where I would like to see the market go because I am short options. I have options.
Order
spread.
filled.
There's my exit. Well done, well done. Clear break, clear take profit area. It's not the entity. Now, this is where you can get aggressive in the market. Aggression is as follows. Use the VWAP as entry. Hit return entry. Make sure stops above there. This is where the aggression could work out for you if you do get mechanical trading. Mechanical trade wise is hit return enter. You can see why we chose the 69, 68, 69 right there. Active point of control is valid. Form and value area is in your way. 69 is your inflection point right here. 69 to 70, that's the inflection point VWAP right there. We'll sacrifice 1 point on the inflection to the inside if we do get filled. On the reaction is coming. That's why we had 64 as well. We take profit. We add this reaction right here, which is the low, and the 3 AM inside our trade. Always smelling up teen spread. Want to see clear break, push it downside. When you have a single running on it now, perfect execution was at 80s, goes off at 60s, and then 40s. Yeah, let's execution a bit. You know, primary exit should be at 60s if you trade more on one contract. Come to me, come to us. Right, so this is where you might see that inflection activating. Right, yeah. Last week to this point of control. We're looking at getting in right here. Just break, push, down. Like probably based on news. Somebody maybe have some ridiculous news. Nope. I'm not seeing anything coming across here. So total aggression is 66. Continuation trade. Very low risk trade to take right now. The price action, full price action trade, I want 69. So I could manage where my stops are. Where my stops would be about that. To see why we're looking at 69 closely here using the VWAP as the entry. And 66, if you get inflected through 66, that would open up that 54, sorry. What the hell? Roughly 53.5. So based on what aggression you have, how much heat you may be able to take. If you can take heat from 66 to 75, probably if you have a 9-point single. I'm looking for that flow. You see, we haven't tested this here, that's why we don't want to enter at 66. We had tested this and not broken through it. Would have been in the trade, but don't want to be there. We'll be patient. Come to me, come to us. Test of your VWAP. Wonder why that happened. Wonder why it happened. So in first instance we were looking for 6 to hold, pop to the upside, start to look for areas of interest, pop, bang, you should be out right there if you have multiple contracts on singles. That's our reaction level right there. Because I only have one contract on, measured risk, want to be having a positive RR, knowing where the location of what their node is. If you're short and short for long term, this 30 is your target. 30 to 35. It was primary entry that we talked about this morning for the breakout. Back to the upside, like a primary target there. Bang. There's a 66 tripping. Tempted, but not gonna do that. If it was a clean break at this, yes, it's not a clean break at that, so no. First push should have given a clean break at that, and not seeing collisions here, so don't want to be there. I want to use VWAP as my entry. I just got skunked on oil. Knew it. No. can almost see it happen in real time. Hit view up, boom. And you have short-term bulls in the market. That is the pullback everybody waiting for to get through in the market. It's amazing how that shit happens. Gonna reinstitute a single sell on the oil. Give them a little more width. See the break, look for the return. Alright, at 75. Have an active working order there. That will be the full risk trade. I want to have an asymmetrical side on that.
Order filled.
Following the order flow. If you're looking at the profile, you would see why. Volume profile. See where volume is, what the node will perfectly go on to. Pull back, you hit the VWAP and punch. If it's a bull, 55 was the entry. If it's a bear, 75 to 80 is the entry. I look for the failure, first failure, push back down, push back up. Once you needed this 60 level to break, push back up, take the push back to the upside and look for the failure. Follow the order flow. A little more patience on this because looking at what the technicals provided. That is zoo number came out there. That's why we don't want to be here at 66. I don't want to be there. I want to be here. Because we already have load on the oil. Don't need to be doing anything else. Oh, I know why that probably happened last night. I didn't clear in the year, so I didn't clear all my trades because my trade label is good to close. Dum, dum, dum. Like I see my second entry have full risk on from the 75. One is at 45, one secondaries would be right here at this 35. Making for rotation out, scalpy is right there. This is how my actual trade is built. One in, one out, so the initial would be exited, which is this 91. Yeah, found a lot of support. Yeah, I don't know for that. Too late on the trade anyhow. Breaks at 91, digest 1 to 1 would be out. Your secondary as long as you can until London close. So you found support right off of the job. Got screwed.
Stop filled.
Yeah. Got my 15 points. Wrecked. Found support right there when he pulled back. Very straightforward. Trend following. Yep. You can see why we had a tight stop on that primary. Didn't quite reach where we wanted it to reach. Bulls are controlling market. Reverse, sneaked out, sniped. And don't be aggressive. Manage through. There's a reason why. That's the reason why we have the exit. Stop on that contract. That high. Nope. Still you're not there. Bit aggressive in nature on that side. That's just because we have a lot of money on it. It's only $150 on that side. Maybe our box was pretty straight, but look away shocked and shocked up area. We will be patient on the secondary, try to manage it. Don't want to be scared out of this best yet. Got flippy right, yeah, I see that. Strong delta. That's the 52s. Yeah, that's good.
Stop filled.
Too aggressive. Got stair step. Yeah, I lost 30 points. Total. $160. So it's up what? Right. Yeah. That's what on the view up. Because we are short view up and that's why we look for break a view up, return, breakthrough, get in on the structure up. Not too bad. Wait for the London close to see what we could be able to pull. Get aggressive this morning. Make sure we have no other sitting out anywhere. Right. Let's see what's the opening. The opening is 50. Where's the opening, right? Come on, show me the open. 40. Yeah, 40 as the open. Picked up momentum. Made some good money this morning because we loaded 4 contracts on this on the actuals and got out most of it here. Got the secondaries right out at 80. Lost back 2 contracts with shorter stops. So profitable still on this. This is a key area here. This is the opening range play. And be able to get right there on 28. I'm gonna have that cell sitting right there, that 20. drive to area. Waiting for the London closer. Bam, bam, bam. Identify your area. Kick the nose a bit, but can't win all.
Order filled.
Got filled out on the ES 69. Right, this is looking for the continuation trade. You can see where TP1 is, where the stops are. You know, 71 is your magnet, 71.5 is your magnet. Well, secondary entry that's still sitting here from this morning. This is the 2 contract entry on this. Expectation is for fill and then London close. Oxide. Right here is your kill zone. See that 71 there? Right there. That's a perfect entry kill zone there. But we took 69 because of structure. And what we see in relative terms. The VWAP the execution, like for the continuation of the downside. Our downside here is the 56 on this 2 contract entry. We do have 2 sitting on oil, right here, 20. You can put out London, close the fill. If we do get this stair step, you know, 1, 2. Some coffee. Been streaming here for a while, so may rack it up by 11 o'clock. I hope you guys had a reasonable morning trading. What we do have is booking orders. We have one active order right now at 69. Need to go and eat some brunch. And one working order at 52.20 on CL. And TPs as follows. We got here, we got there, we got there. So sold here. Trying to get sell here. Didn't quite get fill. Looking for the continuation trade. Initial TP is right here. Secondary is at 56, which is 2 points above. May manage that in a particular way. Let's look for order flow trade. What you see, guys? Yeah, it's 5 minutes to 11. Gonna play some video games. Gonna play some volatile bets. Alright, guys. Hope you had fun. Well, a good trading day. See you probably tomorrow, this evening on the trade plan. Okay, bye.